Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Jules. Thank you for coming back for another weekly update. I'm sorry I missed last week. I hadn't gotten any stitching done, and to be honest with you, I actually had taken 4 projects over to the framers, so I couldn't even show you what I had finished at that time. And as soon as I finished it, I started working. I'll show you a little bit of what I've been working on in terms of stitching, but I did a little bit more stitching, and then I kind of burned myself out on trying to get that last little bit done. I still have time before the Nashville market, first weekend of March, but I really needed to get the store better together and figure out how I'm going to present my stuff and just everything that goes along with it. That was Bailey. And so anyway, so I'll show you a couple things that I've been working on. I got just a little bit more than what I had before. One is the wolf. Got a little bit more done on him from the last time you guys saw him, so he's coming together nicely. That's about a quarter of the way done on him, but he's only about 8,000, 9,000 stitches or so. So I will still plan on getting him done before market. And then I started just a smidge on JFK, but it was just a smidge. And I haven't done any work on Empire State Workers either. So what I have been doing is going back over and picking out like the patterns that I want to take to the market and how I want to present them. So I've been going through and redoing a lot of my like if you guys have ever bought from my Etsy store before, Stitching Jules Design, if you've ever done that, you'll have seen that a lot of times like the cover page, there's a cover page and there's a couple pages on the inside that explain a little bit about the store and whatnot, but there's not really anything else. So I actually finally went and did a front and back. Now I've changed up a lot of my, well, the covers I'm going to show at Nashville I've changed. So like this is my new JFK. So that's come together, you know, and it's really basic. So it just has my logo and the name of the pattern and then the face. And then this is the new back. This is going to be what the backs are going to look like going forward. So just basic intro as far as like how, you know, like one color, any fabric is good. Talk about my stitch count. Talk about the color choice that I use, how big your pattern fabric would need to be. I went ahead and included the mock-up of the pages and kind of what's on each page, and then a little bit more about my stuff, and then addresses and stuff like that. I just realized I have to talk to Ronnie tonight, and so I was like, oh no, I almost forgot. Anyway, so I got all that, and then let's see what else. So I've gone through, and where is my, I mean, behind this camera is a disaster area, more disastery than usual. I have boxes and I have papers and I have covers and I have bags, and it's kind of nuts. And so it's all over the place. This week I'm hoping to finish up with getting all the new cover pages and back pages for everything I'm going to take to Nashville. I keep going back and forth on how many patterns that actually is, but it's one of those things that I'm just gonna I'm getting a phone call right now, but I'm gonna decline it. So here we go. Sorry, that may be the framing shop, and if that is, that's gonna be amazing, but I don't know if it is or not. So anyway, so what was I talking about? I want to have this week, I'm gonna have all the patterns done, and I think I'd like to have somewhere between 30 and 40, as long as the patterns look good. Like, to me, like they look good enough that they could actually be sold at a store kind of. I know I'm being crazy about it, but it's just, I'm just trying to make sure that everything goes as smoothly as possible. So I'm done with probably easily over half, minimum half of all of that, probably 2/3 of the way through. So like I said, I got multiple boxes right now filled with patterns and cover pages and things like that. So still working on it, and there's so much to do. I'm not going to be stitching probably for at least another week, maybe longer. I do want to finish JFK and Wolf before the show, and so there's that. Oh, I need to show you guys. So I've told you before, Daphne Chamberlain, who has her own FlossTube channel, she has done some model stitching for me, and she just finished my purple flower. Purple Beauty is what I call it. And so, isn't that pretty? She did such a great job. Her stitching is ridiculous. Like, look at that. It's so ridiculous. So she stitched this one on linen. I think it's 36 count. And so it just looks amazing, and I was super happy. And the reason why I still have this one is because I wasn't totally convinced that the framing shop would have things totally done. Like, I've got 4 there, and if I had to send more over there, I was just worried that it would take even longer to get stuff done. So I just didn't want to have that like worry on my head. So this will just be sort of like a finished but not framed to go along with some of the other ones that I'll have at the same time. So I mean, I'm probably going to have around 10 things either framed, 10 things finished, either framed or not framed. So I think it's a good start. So what else? Yep. I'm thinking I got all my display stuff in. I'm going to do, we're going to get a couple tables. So we got those. And then I've got some vertical wire racks to hang a lot of the frame photos or the frame pictures, frame patterns on. Got those, like the ones behind me. And so I got those. And then some other interesting things. I am going to definitely do videos when I'm there. I'm going to, show you guys the whole room and everything, and hopefully be able to do a little bit more. I don't know what's going to be brought with this. I don't know what's going to happen, but I look forward to just being a good educational, informational, fun, spectacular time. And so I think it'll be it'll be really good from that perspective. And so my brain is gone. Along those lines, my mom is going to be at the show. So Mama Jules, Stitchy Mom, is going to be at the show with me because my husband actually just switched jobs, and he doesn't have any time off that he can come and hang out with us. So Mom is going to help out, which is going to be awesome. We're gonna have a great time. I know it's gonna be a lot of fun. She's done shows like this before. She used to work in dried flower distribution. If you think back in the days of like Pier 1, Michaels and stuff, used to sell, well, they still do, but they used to sell a lot of like dry pressed flowers, and that's what her company used to do. So they would go to trade shows and different things. So she has a lot of prior experience in that, and it's going to be fun. I think we're going to have a great time. We are driving, or I am driving. I'm going to pick her up. Fortunately, we'll be driving fairly close to where family lives in Kentucky on the way to Nashville. I will be driving pretty close. And so I'm going to actually pick her up from some other family members' house, see those guys, say hi. I haven't seen them since COVID started, so that'll be good. And then we'll drive down to Nashville, do the show, drive her back along the way. We'll drop her off at the FAMs, and then I'll come on back. So it's gonna be good. I'm really looking forward to it. There's just a lot to do before then. So it is fairly midday afternoon on a Wednesday, and I got to get back to work here. So sorry for the short video. Sorry for not having a lot of cross stitch to show you. Hopefully next week I'm actually going to do a video in which I kind of go through all the patterns that I'm going to show at the show. I'll show you guys how they're all packaged and everything. So I have decided that I'm going to do 2, maybe more, but 2 Nashville exclusives at the show. And one is going to be the one that you guys have already seen, the French Bulldog one. That one will actually be stitched and framed, so that'll be pretty cool. And then there's another little mystery one that I haven't showed you guys yet that I'm going to put out there. And I'm working on that one actually right now. I want to get that one up and going, and I think that'll probably just be it because I'm getting a little nuts. And so, but I'm like so excited to like go to the show and then do the show and then see what becomes of the show, and then come home and actually stitch and then put out some more designs, because I've got a lot of things that are kind of sitting on the back burner that I just haven't worked on, haven't put anything into it for the last couple of months because I've been working on this show. So you even hear my voice tries to go. It's not really going. It just does this when I talk for a little bit. So I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you're having a great time stitching, and enjoy your weather. I hope it's good for you. And I'm going to see you guys next week real soon. And at that point, we're going to kind of go through and show you guys all the stuff I'm going to do for the show. So have a great night, day, morning, whenever you see this, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.